What an excellent fight. So let's talk about it.
And dare I say, guys, a draw would seem to be the fair.
First of all, let me go ahead and say welcome to the show. The WBA 126-pound title fight between Nick Ball, as you can see here, 19-0, before we're about to hear the decision, and won with 11 KOs. A lot of people felt that in his last fight, he should have beat Ray Vargas to be the WBC title holder. Here is what Chris Mannix has it. And by the way, I have that card too. I think Ray Ford did just enough in that last round to win the fight. But we're going to listen to the cards. We don't know how this works. You know, we'll never be able to understand how these judges think. You know, but I'm expecting for it to be one nasty, outrageous card in there. TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. We are covering the 5 vs. 5 Frank Warren versus Matchroom card, headlined by Deontay Wilder and Big Bang Chinese Zhilei Zhang. But this was a good fight. Ray Ford from Camden, New Jersey. I'm going to go ahead and say no disrespect. It's like the asshole of New Jersey, if New Jersey had an asshole. Little small city on the other side of Philadelphia. Literally across the river, a river that can be swam. Don't do it, though. You'll probably drown. But overall, this was a good fight. I'm going to rate this fight a 9 of 10. The first fight was Willy Hutchinson versus Craig Richards, in which Craig Richards lost to Willy Hutchinson. It's a scoring system for 5 vs. 5. Basically, whoever wins between the sides of the fighters get a point. And there's different points on if it's a draw, you get like 0. If it's a knockout, you get 5. Up next is going to be Hamza Shiraz taking on Austin Ammo Williams. Then after that, we're going to have what's the other fight? Hold on, let me check here. Here's the card. $40 pay-per-view here in the States. We're waiting for them to read the cards. That's why I'm bullshitting around. Remember, I shoot my videos live in real time. I'm watching this as it's happening. Let me turn it up, see what they're talking about. Yeah, they're about to read. They're tallying the cards. So when it takes this long, that usually means something's up. So remember, it was supposed to be headlined by Dmitrii Bivol and Artur Beterbiev, but Beterbiev got hurt. The next fight is going to be Hamza Shiraz versus Austin Ammo Williams and Dubois versus Filip Hrgovic. Ooh, that's a sexy fight. Then Bivol versus Mark Zinad. Oh, here we are. Listen in. Shh. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we have a split decision.
Uh-oh. Expect some bullshit card. One's going to be super wide.
Mu Kim scores it 115 to 113 in favor of Ray Ford. Judge Pavel Cardini scores it 115 to 113 in favor of Nick Ball. And Judge Gene Robert Lane scores it 115 to 113 in favor of your winner and new WBA featherweight champion of the world, Nick the Wrecking Ball.
Look at Frank. All right, so before we listen to the post-fight interview and listen to what both promoters have to say, Eddie Hearn is now down 0-2 with Craig Richards losing and Ray Ford losing. Even though I'm not going to call this a robbery or anything, shout out to Nick Ball. He clearly got... See, let's talk about it. He was always in the fight. High-volume pressure fighter. He threw something like 800 punches in the fight. Outlanded him, but it goes by round, and I'm not going to argue with this win because I wouldn't have been mad if it went to him. I mean, obviously I said I had Ray Ford, but it's like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna go back. Maybe it's a round that, you know, I can score, maybe a couple to swing either way, but definitely rematch worthy. Definitely. But one thing I'm going to say is, you know, Ray Ford, this should be a learning experience for him. He's still young because he clearly got it. Remember, he got a late fight knockout in which he needed to win the fight. And his last fight, when he won the belt, that was just 3 months ago in March. It's June 1st. So I'm not going to say, you know, he needed time off or time to rest. No, this is boxing. You should be active. Let's listen in.
Came up just short in your pursuit of a world title. You win the closest of decisions here tonight. How do you feel about winning that championship?
Made up, yeah. Should be 2 times, but obviously it's not the case. But I'm the champ now, so it doesn't really matter.
You knew Ray Ford was a slick boxer in there. You're a pressure fighter. What was your game plan coming into this fight?
Just always the same. What my style is, all action, put the pressure on, but more of it. And I feel like it done that well, so it played off.
We saw you get hit with the shot in the 7th round. Looked like it busted up your nose a little bit. How much did that change the fight?
This is boxing, innit? You're going to get hit. So it's how you recover now. You come back is what a true champion is, and that's what I am right now.
How deep did you have to dig in those later rounds? Looked like Ray got a little bit of momentum in those middle rounds, and then you kind of clawed your way back to the finish.
Yeah, he's a tough man, and he's a class boxer as well. And I had to dig deep to get the job done, and I wasn't going on without the belt.
You said you should be unified, you believe, coming into this fight, coming off that fight against Ray Vargas. Is now time for you to pursue multiple titles this weight class?
Yeah, just seeing what's next, seeing what Frank's got going on. Yeah, I'm ready whenever. Yeah, just wait for the call and yeah, go from there.
Congratulations, Nick.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Frank, we'll turn to you briefly here. 2-0, and you got a new world title holder right next to you. What do you think of Nick's performance?
Well, I love him. You know, I'm a big admirer of him. I've been a big admirer of him from day one. He's just a fantastic person, a great manager and a great trainer in Paul Stevenson. He's a dynamo. He's relentless. But let me tell you, it takes 2 great fighters to make a great fight. And I'll take my hat off to Ray Ford. I mean, this was a really competitive fight. They both give everything. They didn't leave anything behind. And, you know, Nick's the man. He got robbed last time out. He should be a unified champion now. But you know what? I'm delighted. I'm delighted for him. I'm delighted for Team Queensbury. And, you know, we got one at the weight we picked and one at the weight that Matchroom picked. So, you know, and they've both been really good competitive fights. This is a great fight card, and we got even more to come. How exciting can it be?
Nick, you got that title. You excited about getting that win for Queensbury?
Yeah, definitely. It's coming in it. 100%.
All right, congratulations again, Nick. Yeah. Eddie, we'll turn to you.
I want to hear from Big.
You know, tough
fast
to
car.
lose a fight, tough to lose a championship, but a great fight and a great effort for Raymond Ford.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I thought that was a fight of the year contender. I thought it was a 115, 113 kind of fight that could have gone either way. I did have Ray edge in the fight, but you can't begrudge Nick either, you know. He deserved to beat Ray Vargas. That was a close fight. He didn't get it tonight. That was another close fight. He got it tonight. I did think our man edged it, but 2 absolute warriors. Ray rolled the dice, staying at 126. He really had to move up after the last fight, but he wanted to defend his belt. He'll move to 130 now. Massive career ahead of him. But you also can't begrudge the success of Nick Ball. Tremendous fighter, great work rate. And again, what a brilliant fight, what a brilliant advert for boxing. But tonight deserves, you know, goes to Nick Ball. And, you know, as I said, after the Vargas victory, defeat, you can't begrudge him that. But very proud of Ray. On to 130 pounds and onwards and upwards.
Ray, when that final bell rang, do you think you did enough to win the fight?
Yeah, I thought I did enough, but it was a close fight. It was a lot that I allowed to go on in there, and I should have listened to my corner a little bit more. But Nick Ball was, you know,
yeah, we'll talk about that.
Tonight. I don't got no excuses.
Is it on to 130 for you?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely on to 130. I feel like it should have been time for me to move up, but I couldn't, you know, pass up this opportunity to fight on this great card. Adrien wanted me on it, and I'm still willing to fight whatever, whoever. It don't matter.
Appreciate the effort, Ray. Great fight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's talk about it. Listen, on the 130, maybe we'll see the rematch, but likely it'll have to happen at 130. And it is one of those fights that could have went either way. First half of the fight, you can say Nick Ball wasn't until around 4, 5, you know, that Ray Ford started to wake up a bit. But he was the more cleaner, accurate puncher. Not saying that Nick Ball wasn't accurate. He was, you know, he was a high volume pressure fighter. And Ray Ford for some time has been having issues with those type of fighters. But great fight. Great fight. Great fight. That's how he fought. He fought in bursts. Every time he got close. And you would think that Ray Ford would move, and you can see his face is busted up. That wasn't headbutts. He was getting, look, you just keep seeing flurries just landing on him. So he's moving on to 130. Now, both of these divisions are kind of all over the place. Moshaki Foster is returning against Conceição. Somebody taught me how to pronounce it properly on July the 6th on the Shakur Stevenson card. Lamont Roach is fighting on ProBox TV here, free on YouTube. June the 28th, Chrissy, June the 28th. Wait a minute, we need to be looking at Ray Vargas. Maybe we can see that that rematch now that Nick Ball has that belt. It can be a unification. It's a bigger rematch. Luis Lopez, top-ranked fighter, he just fought a few months ago. He's being linked to Angelo Leo in August. Rafael Espinoza is going to be fighting on the undercard. No, actually, he's on his own card, ain't he? Yeah, he returns in Vegas against a Sergio Sanchez. So politically, as you can see, both of these under the same promoter. These two fights, we don't know what Ray Vargas is doing, but his last fight was on a Matchroom card. I mean, on the Ngannou. What was that? Ngannou? What? That wasn't the Fury. It wasn't that far back. Yeah, Ngannou, Joshua. So not to be too long-winded, it's going to be interesting to see which way Ray Ford is going to go, and do not be surprised if Nick Ball has a homecoming fight and maybe one more fight after that before he pursues another unification, whichever way that's going to go. But then again, with the Saudis, who knows? They might throw enough money to make that Ray Vargas rematch. You know, maybe by the end of the year. Who knows? As far as Ray Ford moving to 130, this fight is still here. The IBF. Navarrete lost his last fight. Will he stay? I forgot how it works with the WBO. Will he be able to keep this belt? No, Oscar Valdez will likely be elevated. So, yeah, I'm guessing he's going to go this route. You know, Lamont Roach, I'm guessing he's a free agent. Oshaki's top ranked. They're not going to build him up and throw him in with a fight where he's got to be on a co-promotion. So I'm thinking Lamont Roach, depending on or who they're going to target, to try to get him another title shot within the next year and a half or so, meaning Ray Ford. The WBA, the IBF, that's why I see the route they're going to be going. But let's see how long or how soon he gets out again. And he should be out at the end of this year, by the end of this year, because he'll have 3 fights this year. Remember, he just fought a few months ago, meaning Ray Ford. And after taking a loss, a close loss too, you know, still want to keep him active. But Matchroom has been good in keeping their fighters active. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe on TstreeT Controversy with 5v360 on to the next fight.